Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Rozier from Richmond City Public Schools, and I'm going to do a unique learning lesson with you today in language arts, and it's number 26, and it is called Who Are You? Our learning goal is I will answer questions about the traits and genes that are inherited from my parents. We're going to go over our words, and then we'll go over a story that's relating to everything that we've learned just in this unit. All right, so our first word is parents. It's where we get our DNA from. Parents, mother or father, mother and father. The next word is cell, a tiny unit or basic building block of living things. It has a nucleus and surrounded by a membrane. The next word is gene. It's part of a DNA located on the chromosome that tells us who we are. Color of our hair, the height, and you remember this word? Or these letters, D and A. And what is DNA? Is chemical basis of what we are made up of chemically. And we say that DNA word means deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA. Yes. The next word is traits. What makes a person different from another person? The color of their eyes, the height, all right, and the color of the hair, and all kinds of other traits. All right, so now some more words we're going to talk about is identify. We think of as united. Who do we identify with? Who do we look like? Who do we identify with? And describe. Tell us how something looks like. Tell us what something looks like. All right, so we're going to listen to the story. We're going to listen to a story. I'm going to read for you, and it is entitled DNA Blueprint for Life by Molly Tittle and illustrated by Travis Schaefer. Remember, the author who writes the book and the illustrator who draws the pictures in the book. So it's about DNA, Blueprint for Life. Now we've seen all of these things. All right, let's read. Okay, Leah is excited. Her family is building a new house. She looks at the blueprints for the house. A blueprint is a plan for something to be made. This is neat. There are so many things to look at in the blueprint. It has everything planned out for our new house. Let's look. So she has a thought about the blueprint. Leah dad smiles. You know, Leah, you had a blueprint too. I did? Did you get to draw it like our house? She asks. No, your blueprint was different from this. It was not drawn out on paper. Your blueprint was actually inside of you, he says. See, what do we say? DNA. We know what that is. A person's blueprint is called DNA. Every living thing has DNA. DNA holds directions. It tells your body how to look. DNA is made up of your genes. See, these are all the things that's inside of DNA. Genes are inside of you. They come from your parents. Each parent gives you a set of genes. The genes from both parents meet and form a tiny ladder. Then the genes decide what you will look like. Okay, then we have two tiny ladders. Then we have dominant and then dominant. Look, the strong one. Then we have the recessive, the weak one. See how it's strong in color, weak in color? That's to let you know that's strong and weak. Okay? Some genes are dominant. That means they are strong. Some genes are recessive. That means they are weak. Okay, now we're talking about the dominant gene, the strong one. Most of the time, the dominant gene will win, but that does not always happen. That means that sometimes the recessive gene or the weak one wins. Brown is the stronger dominant gene for eye color. Look around. Does everyone have brown eyes? No. Then the recessive one will be what color? Blue. Everybody doesn't have blue eyes. No. The dominant gene always won. Then if the dominant gene always won, then all people would look alike. That would be boring. The recessive or weak genes wins too, sometimes too. That is why people have blue eyes and green eyes too. Yeah. So sometimes the recessive gene wins and we have people with blue and green eyes. Yes. Genes do more than just tell what eye color you should have. There are genes to tell your body what color to make your hair, what shape to make your eyes, and even what food you can or can't eat. That means some people have some allergic reactions to certain things. See, the brown hair, brown eyes, the kinds of food. Now Leah understands her DNA. Wow, genes are pretty cool blueprints. I sure am glad I got my genes from you and mom, she says. The end. Okay, so we talked about Leah and her dad. Dad is doing a what? A blueprint. And a blueprint tells us what we are or how we are made. Tells how we are made. All right, let's do this activity. We're going to look at this, and this tells us everything that we've just talked about. This is a poster. It says, what makes you you? All right, first you have your parents. Your parents have genes and traits in the DNA. So your parents have genes and traits in the DNA in their cells. The next one says, cells are the smallest part of every living thing. All people are made up of cells. Yes, remember we had the cells, the membrane, the nucleus surrounded by a membrane? Inside of every cell is something special called DNA. DNA is a set of directions that tells how you will look and act. And we call that what? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Genes are small sections of DNA that are grouped together to give you different traits. Traits like what? Your height, your eye color, whether your earlobes are connected or not, all kinds of traits. Traits are the characteristics inside of genes, like being tall or short, having blue or brown eyes, or having brown or blonde hair. These are passed down to you from your parents. It could be your grandparents too. You get some of your parents' DNA and traits when you are created. That is why you may look like your parents. That's why you may look like your parents. So we're going to do another activity, okay? And okay, here we go. So what was the first thing we had? We had dad and mom. And then what came after that? What came after that? After dad and mom, we had what? The cells. The cells, which are the smallest part. Mhm. That's cells. And every living thing has a cell. And next we have, what was that? DNA. DNA. Let's make sure that we're doing it right. So we have you, then we have the cells, then we have DNA. What comes next? Genes. Yes. So we have what? Genes. The genes come the genes come next. Genes. And genes are a special part, a small part that makes us look the way we look. And what's after that? What's next after that? And in those genes, we have what? Traits that makes us look different than everybody else. And with all of this, it becomes you become you, and I become me. All righty. Very good. All righty. So let's answer a few questions. So, what is a trait that can be passed down from your parents? What can be passed down? Yes, your hair color. It could be a lot more. Hair color. What else? Maybe your eye color. Okay. Hair color, eye color. So, all right. So, what traits do you have from your parents? What traits do you have from? I think I have my mom's hair color. How about you? Hair color. Yep. Everybody have the hair color. Just put hair. Very good. Oh, we have whole lots of hair color. Let's see. A height. Yes. What else? What else we have? Eye color. Hmm. All right. So that's what we were talking about. We did our DNA. So at the end of this unit, you will know what DNA is. You will know how you are made. You will know all about DNA, traits, characteristics, genes. Okay. And what is deoxyribonucleic acid? It is what? DNA. How are things? Where do we get our DNA from? We get it from our parents, grandparents, and a family is what? We all come from the same ancestry. All righty. That is it for now. I hope you all had a great time learning about DNA, about who you are and how you are made. Alrighty. As always, continue to learn because you are unique learners. Keep reading, keep writing, and keep learning. Bye bye for now. You all are great. You all are so awesome. Bye bye.